trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
But Charles, what a rookie season he had catching the football, over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020. 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year one.
Second and 1. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Pierce. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now back to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. He'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39. In motion comes the tight end left. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
First and 10, it's Pierce. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They'll run here with Pierce. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Texans will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 21. On play action, they'll throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. And the Texans are going to get it back here just past the 35. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Second and 11. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Mahomes going to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. But one thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
And that wound up traveling at even 58 yards in the air, according to next-gen stats.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Hello.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Chiefs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides. But sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Pierce will try to pick it up. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. They'll go right back to Pierce.
And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, here's Pierce.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side. It deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Being chased out left. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the 2nd half of this AFC wildcard game.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10.
A big play there for KC. 48 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive. And these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a 2nd defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. And he is going to lose yardage here. So after the loss of a yard, they look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw. Incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. It's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
Yellow. 15. Hey, color.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They go play action. Now Mahomes.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Easy.
They go play fake. Mahomes finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield. Everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13.
93 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Texans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
We're back now in KC. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. They'll look to throw here on first down. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Finding room at midfield, and he'll be forced out of bounds on the other side of the field. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. Back to throw again. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
With his height, that's exactly where you want to put it for him. But even that throw was a little tall to connect for the touchdown.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got it. Touchdown, Texans. From 8 yards out. And the Texans go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. 64 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Well, Mahomes finding his burner Hardman for the KC first. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the Texans scoop it. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. First down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Pierce now up the middle. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Here's Pierce on the counter.
He will push his way down to about the 14.
Brought down by Willie Gay.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Off the RPO, he completes it. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll run for it with Pierce.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Texans 21, Chiefs 17.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Mahomes to throw it. Across the formation, Hardman gets the completion.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
Mahomes steps away to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Mahomes will throw. Flushed out right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Down to their last chance now. This is going to have to be a heave for the end zone and just hope for a miracle.
And I don't sit back with everyone back defending. I've got to have somebody rushing the quarterback. Don't make it easy for him to set up and throw the ball all the way downfield.
Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. One final try for Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
Day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we eat it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding.